Good evening, my friends. How are you guys? It is currently 10:17 p.m. And what does that mean? That means we are heading to the gym. Small amount of energy. We did half a scoop so I can sleep later on. But it is deadlift day. And today is the heaviest day I've done thus far. And I'm supposed to do 75 to 80%. So that is going to be heavy. Heavy as fuck. I'm nervous. Mel, you ready to go work out?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know yet.
What?
Something cool beans.
I'll tell you what you're doing. Taking pictures of my joggers.
Yeah, nothing sexual.
No. It's just, yeah, we have to, I guess we are releasing, as you're watching this tomorrow, joggers probably, I'm going to release them probably around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be a good time. Maybe I can even do them at 4. Just check Instagram and all that other stuff, and if you're in the newsletter, you'll be informed when they get released. Black, charcoal, and heather gray. But yeah, we got to do some quick shots of that. We've had the charcoal pictures up there for a little bit, but I got to show you guys the black and the heather gray as to just how they fit, and all that. But anyways, enough chit chat. It's heavy day. I believe we're doing 3 sets. We're doing 3 sets of 5. So 5 reps at 75 to 80%. That's going to feel very heavy. Very, very heavy. So I'm a little bit nervous, but kind of excited as well, because we finally get to the heavy stuff, and you just see, basically, you reevaluate what your strength is at once you get into the higher percentages, and it also makes you really excited about lifting. And if you're one of those individuals that just wants to hit those really, really heavy weights, these are the kind of days that show you, hell, I can lift heavy. I can lift heavy. So 75 to 80%. Yesterday I went to the gym, lifted with 140-pound dumbbells for bench press, and it felt great. I think I had good form and everything like that. So in general, I think I feel really good. So I'm pumped to get these sets in. Let's go. All right, my friends, just finished our little photo shoot. Here's some of the joggers, super comfortable. These are the black ones. I'm not gonna lie, back in like a year or two ago, even a little bit maybe more, maybe past 2 years, I've gotten used to the joggers. I used to really just like them loose and everything like that, but when you're training, it feels a lot better when everything is just snug around the heels and things like that. So if you haven't ever tried joggers, I recommend them for training. It feels more comfortable overall. It just feels more comfortable. And a lot of guys that I know, bodybuilders, they just feel more comfortable. This isn't me trying to sell you on these joggers, just joggers in general. But anyways, time to get some deadlifts in. It is midnight. So midnight deadlifts up in the unit. Let's get them. Alright, so I am basing my 1 rep max right now based on the lift that I did in Sacramento, which is 585 for 1 rep. So I'm using 585, and today I'm working with 75 to 80%, so I'm going to calculate that. That'll be about 400, let's get that going, about 440 pounds. And so I'm supposed to work with 75 to 80%, so if I go to 80%, that would be 468 pounds, so let's say 470. So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm only doing 3 sets, but they're for 5 reps, I'm gonna do the first set at 440, and then the next 2 sets, I'm gonna do them at 470 if it feels good. Those will be a much more difficult set, especially for 5 entire reps. Looking forward to it. Let's get started. Warm up with a little lighter weight though. You're probably making faces in the back.
What, Peter?
You're probably making faces in the back.
No, I'm not making faces in the back. I'll switch seats.
set number 1. I got 445 loaded right here. 25, 45, 45, 45, 10, 5, 5. I really need to just go buy some iron plates, a bunch of 45s, and so it doesn't look so weird when I'm lifting, and so I don't have any questions, and so it's more, I don't know, more uniform when I'm lifting. So here we go. This is 445 instead of 440 for the first set. Hopefully it feels good for 5 reps. All right, so I wasn't too pleased with that set. I didn't keep it tight enough, but I think I can keep it tighter. So I jumped it up to 475 right there. It's 475 now instead of 470, which was supposed to be my 80%. So we're at like 81, 82%. So gonna step it up to this. 5 reps, my friends, 2 more sets. Let's get her done. Final set here, last one. All right, my friends, that is it for deads. Time to head home. I think that last rep was the only rep that wasn't, well, I gotta review the footage, but I feel like that last rep was kind of forced and had to give it my all, but overall it's pretty good. I need to sit down, relax for a sec. It's just exhausting because you gotta work your way up with a bunch of weight and everything like that, and then those sets are pretty tiring. Anyone that's doing these kind of protocols, like, they'll tell you that. All right, we're back home. Time for a little bit of a late night shake. I mentioned in the other video, I do a little bit of keto shakes now. So, like I said, I've been using 100% food shakes, shake powder, and I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of almond milk. Normally post-workout, I like a little bit of carbs, but because it is 1 a.m. almost, gonna kind of limit those carbs and just opt for a little bit of fats and protein before bed. You know, just gonna satisfy you longer when you are sleeping. So let's get this one done and get it drank. All mixed up, almond milk, just filled. I don't measure the almond milk because it's, I don't know, I just always do it to eye. And then scoop in a bit of the keto mix. A little bit more almond milk. That mistake of not adding enough milk and it being way too thick. There we go. That should do it just fine. Bam. Hook. That's really thick and it's delicious. I think I'm gonna eat this with a spoon. I'm going downstairs and enjoy it. Gotta give props to Mel Diva for putting all my powders into containers like this because it's a lot easier to handle. Anyways, gonna enjoy this deadlift protocol. Everything's going according to plan because I'm not failing these lifts. I'm not failing these workouts. That means I'm doing a-okay, and I have potential of really hitting, you know, a heavier lift in the weeks to come, you know, a heavier PR in the weeks to come, and you guys will be here for the journey. And I'm thinking about just creating another Furious 60 strength journey, or I wanted to put it that way, but I have way too many things happening middle of February. Big project happening that I'm going to be traveling for that I'll talk to you guys about soon, but traveling, and as a result, you know, it's just not going to be like lifting at home and organized lifting and everything like that. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of the lifts. Hopefully you guys are doing well as you're watching this. Joggers released Friday if you guys are interested. And that is it. Catch you guys later. Team Furious, dedicated for life. You guys stay sexy, stay hungry, and of course, get laid.